Have you ever dreamed of a world made of candy? Imagine lollipop trees and rivers of chocolate. This is the Lollipop Kingdom, a place full of magic and sweets. Everything sparkles and shimmers. The air smells like freshly baked cookies. What a wonderful place to have an adventure. Sweet Tooth is a kind child who loves candy. One night, Sweet Tooth has a fantastic dream. In the dream, a magical fairy appears.
Come with me, Sweet Tooth, the fairy whispers. The Lollipop Kingdom needs your help.
Sweet Tooth wakes up in the Lollipop Kingdom. Everything is just like the dream. But something is wrong. The lollipop trees are wilting.
The fairy explains, the magic lollipop stick is lost. Without it, our kingdom will fade away. Sweet Tooth is brave and decides to help find it.
Sweet Tooth sets off on a journey. First, they meet a wise gummy bear. He sits on a hill of jelly beans.
To find the lollipop stick, the gummy bear says, you must cross the chocolate river and climb the gumdrop mountains.
Wow, I finally reached the chocolate river. It smells delicious.
But oh no, the river is full of swirling rapids.
This looks tricky, but I think I can manage.
Using quick thinking, Sweet Tooth grabs candy canes and uses them as oars to paddle through the rapids safely.
Whew, that was close, but I did it.
After crossing the chocolate river, Sweet Tooth felt a sense of wonder and excitement. The river, with its rich, flowing chocolate, had been a sight to behold, but what lay ahead was even more enchanting. Sweet Tooth finds themselves gazing at the giant cotton candy clouds. These clouds were unlike anything they had ever seen before, floating majestically in the sky, their pink and blue hues blending seamlessly to create a dreamy landscape.
They look so soft and fluffy, Sweet Tooth thought, reaching out to touch one. The cloud felt like a pillow made of the finest silk, and it was as if they were touching a piece of a dream.
Sweet Tooth can't help but be in awe. The sky was a canvas of pastel colors, and the clouds seemed to dance and change shapes, creating a mesmerizing spectacle. It was a world where imagination came to life. Some clouds even resemble animals. Sweet Tooth spotted a cloud that looked like a giant bunny, another that resembled a playful puppy, and yet another that took the shape of a majestic dragon. Each cloud was a work of art, crafted by the hands of a whimsical creator. With a sense of excitement, Sweet Tooth begins jumping from cloud to cloud, feeling the soft, bouncy texture beneath their feet. It was like jumping on a trampoline made of dreams, each leap taking them higher and higher into the sky, bouncing higher and higher until they finally reached the Gumdrop Mountains. These mountains were a sight to behold, with their vibrant colors and sugary peaks. Sweet Tooth felt a sense of accomplishment and wonder, knowing that their journey had only just begun. The adventure in this magical land was far from over, and there were many more wonders to discover. The Gumdrop Mountains are tall and steep, a majestic sight to behold.
They are made of colorful gumdrops, but they are so slippery.
Sweet Tooth carefully climbs each gumdrop using licorice whips for ropes. It's a long and tiring climb, but Sweet Tooth is determined. Finally, Sweet Tooth reaches the top of the Gumdrop Mountains. The journey had been long and arduous, filled with twists and turns, but Sweet Tooth's determination never wavered. Each step was a testament to the courage and resilience that had brought Sweet Tooth this far. The air at the peak was crisp and sweet, filled with the scent of candy and adventure. Sweet Tooth took a moment to catch their breath, looking out over the vast, colorful landscape below. The view was breathtaking, with the Lollipop Kingdom spread out like a vibrant tapestry, each candy-colored building and tree sparkling in the sunlight. It was a sight that made the entire journey worthwhile. There, sparkling in the sunlight, is the missing lollipop stick. It was more beautiful than Sweet Tooth had imagined, glinting and gleaming as if it were made of pure magic. The stick seemed to pulse with a life of its own, casting tiny rainbows in every direction. Sweet Tooth's heart swelled with pride and relief. This was the moment they had been striving for, the culmination of all their efforts. The lollipop stick was not just a piece of candy, it was a symbol of hope and unity for the entire kingdom. Sweet Tooth knew that finding it would bring joy and peace back to their home. Sweet Tooth holds up the lost lollipop stick, which sparkles in the sun. The light danced off its surface, creating a dazzling display that seemed to fill the entire mountaintop with a warm golden glow. Sweet Tooth felt a surge of energy and happiness, knowing that this small object held the power to change everything. The stick felt warm and comforting in their hand, a tangible reminder of the love and support from everyone in the Lollipop Kingdom. Sweet Tooth couldn't wait to return it to its rightful place and see the smiles on everyone's faces. The Lollipop Kingdom in the background is already looking brighter and more colorful. It was as if the very presence of the Lollipop stick had begun to restore the magic and vibrancy of the land. The colors seemed richer, the air sweeter, and the entire kingdom seemed to hum with a renewed sense of life and joy. Sweet Tooth could almost hear the laughter and cheers of the townsfolk, eagerly awaiting their return. The kingdom was ready to celebrate, and Sweet Tooth felt a deep sense of fulfillment knowing they had played a part in this transformation. With great care, Sweet Tooth brings the stick back down the mountain and returns it to the fairy. The descent was much easier, each step filled with anticipation and excitement. Sweet Tooth could hardly wait to see the fairy's reaction and to share the good news with everyone. The path seemed shorter, the obstacles less daunting, as if the lollipop stick itself was guiding them home. Sweet Tooth held the stick close, feeling its warmth and magic with every step. The journey back was a joyous one, filled with thoughts of the celebration that awaited them. It had rolled behind a giant gumdrop. Sweet Tooth couldn't help but laugh at the simplicity of it all. Such a small, seemingly insignificant detail had caused so much trouble, but now it was just a funny story to tell. The giant gumdrop, once an obstacle, now seemed like an old friend, a part of the adventure that Sweet Tooth would always remember. The lollipop stick was safe, and the kingdom would soon be whole again. Sweet Tooth felt a deep sense of accomplishment and joy, knowing that they had done something truly special for their home. As soon as the fairy touches the stick, magic flows back into the Lollipop Kingdom. The air shimmers with a radiant glow, and a soft hum of enchantment fills the atmosphere. The once dull and lifeless surroundings begin to sparkle with vibrant colors, as if a painter's brush has swept across the land. The fairy's magic is powerful and pure, bringing life and joy back to every corner of the kingdom. The lollipop trees stand tall again, their colors bright. Each tree is adorned with lollipops of every imaginable hue, swaying gently in the magical breeze. The leaves rustle with a sweet melody, and the air is filled with the delightful scent of candy. The forest is alive with the sounds of laughter and joy, as the inhabitants of the Lollipop Kingdom come out to celebrate the return of their beloved home.
The Lollipop Kingdom is returned to its former glory. The streets are bustling with activity, as candy creatures of all shapes and sizes go about their day. The buildings, made of gingerbread and icing, glisten in the sunlight. The rivers of chocolate flow smoothly once more, and the candy flowers bloom in every shade of the rainbow. It's a sight to behold, a true testament to the power of magic and the resilience of the kingdom's inhabitants.
The fairy thanks Sweet Tooth for their bravery and kindness. "Without your help," she says, "our kingdom would have remained in darkness. Your courage and selflessness have brought light and joy back to our land." Sweet Tooth smiles, feeling a warm glow of pride and happiness. The fairy's gratitude is heartfelt, and the bond between them is strong. They embrace, knowing that they have forged a friendship that will last a lifetime. Sweet Tooth wakes up back in their own bed, with a heart full of joy and a sweet taste of adventure. The room is filled with the morning light, and the memories of the magical journey linger in the air. Sweet Tooth stretches and yawns, feeling refreshed and ready to face the day. The adventure in the Lollipop Kingdom has left a lasting impression, a reminder of the power of kindness and the magic that exists in the world. Remember, even a small act of kindness can make a big difference. Sweet Tooth carries this lesson in their heart, knowing that the magic of the Lollipop Kingdom is not just in the candy and colors, but in the acts of love and generosity that bring people together. As Sweet Tooth goes about their day, they look for opportunities to help others, to share a smile, and to spread a little bit of magic wherever they go. The adventure may be over, but the spirit of the Lollipop Kingdom lives on in every kind deed and every joyful moment.